Hi everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of Movie Talk. Now, this week's movie is one that is based off of a TV series that I absolutely love and a graphic novel series I also love. And it got kind of some mixed results when it came out in theaters. Of course, the first time I heard about it was right before it came out on DVD. But that's part of the reason why I wanted to talk about it, because I am such a fan of this series. And that movie is Knights of the Zodiac. Young Sayas discovers that he is destined to be not only one of the Knights of the Zodiac, but the Pegasus Knight. And that it is his destiny to protect Princess Sienna from the forces that wish to do her harm and use her powers for the wrong purposes. Okay, so highlights of the movie. This movie was made back in 2023, so last year, roughly. It's about a year old. I think I first heard about it beginning of this year. And it is a fantasy action film that is based on the graphic novels called Saint Seiya, which is also what the TV show is based off of. We'll get more into the TV show when and if I do Knights of the Zodiac for TV talk. Now, things I liked about this movie. I liked the characters. I knew going in I was going to like Seiya and Sienna, and I knew they were going to be part of the movie because they are the two main characters from what I got from the magazine, from the graphic novel, and from the TV shows. I mean, the Japanese version is called Saint Seiya, so obviously he's one of the main characters. So I knew going in I was going to like them. There are a couple of other characters from the TV show that did not make an appearance in the movie that I liked, and I was very disappointed that I didn't see them in the series, in the movie. But if and when they do a sequel, I hope to see them. I like the special effects. I knew going into this movie there was going to be a lot of special effects because of the Knight's powers. So I did like that. I loved, it's not on here, but I loved the costumes, particularly for the Knights and for Marina. I mean, in my opinion, the actress who played Marina, she looked just like Marina from the TV show. Costume and everything, it looked so cool. And Seiya's Pegasus costume, it starts off very much like the one from the graphic novels and the TV show. So I liked that. I mean, did Seiya look like Seiya from the TV show? not really. Sienna really didn't either. But I get that it's sometimes hard to find actors and actresses who look like the characters from an animated show or from a graphic novel. So I was okay with that. And I like the storyline too. I mean, was it the same storyline as the TV show and the graphic novel? Yes and no. Yes, as in they had to protect Sienna and the golden cloth, or the armor of Sagittarius from the bad guys and everything. That's kind of was the plot line of the movie and the plot line of the TV show and the plot line of the graphic novels. Was it exactly the same? No, it wasn't exactly the same, because in the TV show and in the graphic novels there's a tournament, and in this movie there really wasn't. But we'll get more into the same likes and differences if and when I do a comparison video, which I probably will, on the movie versus the TV show. But that will happen after I do a TV talk review on the TV show. So if it ever comes up on my choices for my next TV talk video, and you definitely want me to do a comparison video on the movie and the TV show, be sure to vote for the Knights of the Zodiac TV show. It probably won't come up for a while though, just so you know. Couple of things. Now, as a fan, I do have to say this one thing, even though I normally don't get into what I didn't like about the movie. A couple of things I do want to touch on that I did not like about the movie. I spent the entire movie, particularly after Seiya agrees to stay with Sienna and protect her, waiting for 3 of my other favorite characters to show up. And there's nothing, not a hint, not a glimmer. And I think you fans know which 3 I'm talking about. So I was a little disappointed in that. I'm like, no, because these 4 guys, they're a team. They work together in the TV show, and from what I've read of the graphic novels, to protect Sienna. So it's like you can't have a Knights of the Zodiac movie without them, unless the plan was to introduce them into a sequel movie, which, again, if and when they do a sequel movie, I really hope they do introduce those 3 characters. And again, you fans of Knights of the Zodiac probably have a very good idea of which 3 characters I'm talking about. Second, I really didn't like the name change of one of the other characters, or one of the villains, because it's like, you know, he was known by a completely different name, and again, you fans of Knights of the Zodiac will know exactly who I'm talking about. He was known by a completely different name in the graphic novels and in the TV show, and they completely changed his name in the movie, so I didn't even know who he was until he put on his armor, and then I'm like, oh, that's who that is. But it threw me for a complete loop. Again, being a fan of the show, and a somewhat fan of the graphic novels, I haven't read all of them. I think I only read like 1 or 2 so far. I kind of know every character, or a good chunk of the characters, particularly the main character. So when they changed his name, I was like, who is this guy? I've never heard of him. So that did throw me a little bit. But all in all, and this is speaking as a fan of Knights of the Zodiac, I liked this movie. I know it got a lot of negative reviews from the fans, just because it didn't follow the same basis of the TV show and the graphic novels. But, you know, speaking as a fan, I liked it. I thought it was very good, and I'm willing to overlook the differences and the things that weren't in the movie that I was expecting to be in the movie, for the fact that it was a good movie. It was a very good movie. I mean, it probably would have if I had not seen if I have not seen the TV show first, and then read a couple of the graphic novels, because I saw the TV show first, and then I read like one or two of the graphic novels, and then I saw the movie. If I had seen the movie first, it probably would have gotten me interested in the TV show, especially when I would have found out, I was like, oh wait, there was a TV show on this, and there was a graphic novel. Oh, hey, I gotta see the show. I've got to read the movie. I got to read the graphic novels. It was that good of a movie. And so, like I said, speaking as a fan, I am willing to overlook the differences and the changes and just enjoy the fact that it was a very good movie. Okay, cast. This movie had a great cast of actors. I only focused on, of course, as always, the main characters. Okay, feel free to check out my other videos. Okay, before I sign off, a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, a quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, feel free to leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Also, feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Instagram, and Twitter. I do have my name for those 3 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing, and the links to the 3 sites I mentioned will be in the description section if that makes it any easier for you guys to locate me. Okay, YouTube subscribers. Any of my videos that cannot be found on YouTube are on my Facebook page. Facebook friends. Basically the same deal. Any of my videos that cannot be found on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. And to anyone